Goldylocks Productions broadcasts universal cosmic frequencies that unlock, awaken, and expand the consciousness of our worldwide viewers and listeners. Welcome to the Joyful Findings Show, where we connect with the highest and greatest for all of humanity. We are creating heaven on earth together. We are all one. We are all love. Embrace the joyful energy as we connect today.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Joyful Findings Show this beautiful March 18th of 2022. How are you all feeling out there? How's the energy treating you? What's going on in your lives? Oh, there's a lot of things shifting and changing right now. And I feel like we're going to touch on a lot of those things this evening, okay? So I want you guys all to feel into the energy that's going on right now, all the things that are shifting and changing in our lives, the messages that may be showing up from us from all different sources, whether it's while we're out and about, while we're at home, it doesn't matter where we are. All these messages are flowing to us, whether we're recognizing them yet or not. I just ask that you open your eyes a little so that you may see more as we move forward, okay? So in all this beautiful energy that's going on right now, we are all shifting and changing in such beautiful ways. We're recognizing some of the old patterns that no longer serve us. And how do we stop those patterns? By recognizing them first and then being able to create something new on the other side of that. Okay, so it's like we have to look at things objectively, and sometimes we have to step back. Sometimes we have to be years away from it to really get the to see from behind, from a front, what happened in our past would make sense for us now. So this is all going to make sense for you guys all through the evening, whether you recognize it or not. But the energies are here to assist us in so many different ways right now so that we can be the creators of peace within ourselves and our communities. Okay, because we have to let go of a lot of those thought patterns, belief systems, things that we've held on to for centuries, not just this lifetime, centuries. Even longer. So it's like we are clearing up a lot of ancestral stuff. We are clearing up a lot of stuff so that we can really move forward with our purest heart possible. Okay, without all the hurts, without all the victimhoods that we've been through, because we're survivors. We've survived through everything that's been thrown at us. And here we are still standing today, wherever we are, and we are ready to move forward with grace in our hearts. Okay, so I'm super excited about this, you guys. I'm super excited you guys are all here. All right, I'm going to say hi to a couple people. Let's see who is out here tonight. Hello, Richard. What's shaking, my friend? All right, Ruth is out there as well. Hello. And Jill is here. Woohoo. And Jill's my first super sticker. Awesome. You'll be first in line tonight, Jill. All right, that's awesome. Hello. And then Richard will be second when I get to my messages. You guys are rocking it tonight. Thank you. And Barbara's out there from California, so thank you for joining, Barbara. Woo! I'm so happy that you guys could be here this evening. Where do they want me to start? Because they feel like there's a lot of stuff that I need to be sharing with you guys so that you guys can just all right. So first, they just want you to feel into all this energy that we have going on. You may be feeling it in bits and parts of your body, or you may be feeling it energetically around you, or you may be feeling it any which way that you feel. Okay. I just want you guys to recognize that. Okay. If you guys are feeling it, just feel into it. Okay. Releasing and allowing for your highest and best self, right? This human self needs a lot of help. We all need a lot of help in many different ways because we're human, right? We were taught things that aren't proper, aren't right. And now it's trying to decipher through them what is right for us, right? And we are creating new right now. As the old structures fall, right? Because they're falling and they're doing exactly what they need to do. You guys are all in creative mode, okay? As you release a lot of this old pattern stuff that no longer serves you, right? It keeps you either depressed, it keeps you anxious, it keeps you in some state that is less than joy, okay? And less than happy. And that is something that we totally want less than, Okay, so release those. And now we are going to create happiness. We're going to create joy. This is something that we've always been looking for in our lifetimes, right? I remember, I know you guys that have watched me for years now that, when I was like 13, I was like, my dad goes, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And I was like, "I want to be happy," because I was never happy as a child. I was always, there was always something going on, but I did not have a happy childhood, right? So I was like, I always desired to be happy, whatever that happy meant, right? So I've always been on this journey to find what my happy is, okay? And that happy has changed a little bit through my life, right? It's like, you know, I was married in a divorce. That was a good time and then a bad time. And then I recognized on the other side of that, that wasn't so good. And now here I am, so everything that I've gone through in this lifetime has shown me how strong I am, for one, and that I don't give up, right? And a lot of you are out there like that as well, that you don't give up and you are striving to find what your happiness, right, is. And that's why this is so cool, because my show is called Joyful Findings. It's finding your joy. Okay, this is so important as we move forward in finding our joy. For joy at work, joy with the people we're around, joy with people for our community. We want everyone to be at peace. We want people to feel friendly, but that should not make us hinder who we are trying to make those things for other people. We have to feel that here first. And then once we have that here, we're able to share it on the outside, because as we learn, we're able to teach others the steps that we've gone through. You may recognize them for others in your life right now. You're like, "Oh, I could see where you're at right now. And then I can give you a little bit of advice if that's what they need or whatever." So I feel like there's a little bit of that going on. So I want you, each and every one of you, to know that everything that you've ever been through in this lifetime has brought you to this particular moment in time. And now in this moment in time, you are going to be creating outside the box. Okay. You are going to start creating more joy and happiness. Okay. What is that joy and happiness for you? Are you in the right job? Are you in the right relationships? Are you living in the right place? Do you feel like you belong somewhere else? It's time for you to soul search, right? And be like, where do I feel like I really belong? And also by recognizing the patterns that don't work for you, whether it's your words, right? Because a lot of times it's like retraining our brains. A lot of times we'll put out a lot of negative words, and then those negative words bring those actions or whatever those things are, those thoughts are, to you. Okay, whether you were ready for them or not, you pretty much told the universe this is what you're looking for. Okay, and now it's like you want to put out the positive words. What are you creating? You're creating the best job, the best working environment that you want to have, with the nicest coworkers you want to have. If you're not in a relationship, you want to find the right love relationship that totally fits you in every which way, so that everyone is in motion together. So there's fluidity to there, so everyone's being their authentic self, but feeling love, feeling joy. Okay. So it's super important that we start seeing that as well as we move forward. And sometimes it's hard for us to recognize that. And sometimes we don't see it until later. It's what do you recognize in your life? So there's a lot of cool things that are going to be happening. And I can tell you right now, if you guys are feeling the energy right now, there's a lot of heat coming in. There's a lot of healing energy coming in. There's a lot of soul searching going on. There's a lot of thoughts, feelings. Everything's going on. Just let it all flow through you so that you can feel in your highest and best vibration. Because when you're in your highest and best vibration, you have things flow into your life that you're asking for so much easier than you do when you're sitting back and you're being negative, or you're being in a stuck position, whatever that might be for you in that moment. It's time for you to step up out of that and move into what it is that you want to create moving forward. Okay. Because you have all the opportunities in front of you and you can create them as you go, because it always changes, right? What I thought my life was going to look like when I was 20, I had no idea it would look like this at all. At all. This was not how I intended, or how I saw the long-term goal. But I know that God has put me in the right places at the right time to get me here. And I'm at the happiest I've ever been. I may not be the abundance that I would always hope to have, but you know what? That's not the most important part. Me being happy was the most important part. Okay. Me being at joy with myself. Okay. And feeling that through my body, okay? And for me and my friends and my family as much as I can do possibly, okay? So again, I want to say thank you to some of you guys for being out here. It looks like my brother Guy is watching tonight. Hi, Guy. So glad you could be here tonight as well. Richard says, step in love and have trust, faith in God. Yes, that is very important. Very, very important. And let's see, Tiffany did throw up there. If you guys want to tip or donate tonight through Venmo, she threw my Venmo up there for all of you. So I want to thank you guys. And again, they want me to keep talking. We're going to change the energy first, guys. Sorry. We're on a roll. So each and every one of us are on a journey. No one knows what it's like to be in someone else's shoes, okay? We may kind of think we know what it's like to be on the outside in someone else's shoes, but we don't. We only observe from the outside. It's just like you have to imagine yourself standing there in your shoes, right? And no one else fits in your size shoe, whatever it is, whatever size you're wearing right now. Let's think of it as Cinderella, but this also goes for men as well. The glass slipper only fits your foot, okay? So you only know what you are going through. You can only try to describe it, and people can relate with those on the outside because they may have been through something similar. So that's why it's also important for us to be our authentic selves and speak what our truth is, because it may actually help the person beside us. I feel like we've always been very silent about a lot of different things, and now it's time for us to actually speak our truth, whatever that truth is to you in that moment, right? And how others react to that is their issues. That's something they're working on, but as long as you are speaking what you need to speak with truth and love in your heart, then you're being honest with yourself and and who you're being in communication with. So I feel like that's important as well as we move forward. So you guys, woo! All right, you guys are awesome. So you guys, I'm glad you guys are joining me tonight. I can't believe that we're already halfway through March, right? Here we go. March is flying right by. This whole year is just flying super fast. And I think I'll give a few messages here in a few minutes. I'll see if they have anything else they would like me to share with you all before we move forward. There's going to be a lot of changes coming forward, okay? You guys are all changing physically, emotionally. The earth is changing. Our times are changing, but it's all for the good because we've all asked for this change to come in this time and in this space. Okay. And we all pretty much said, God, we'd like to go down and be a part of this. We're all part of everything that's changing in this constantly. And change is constant, right? It's always happening. So always know that you have to roll with it, right? That's like I say, get in the lazy river, kind of go with the flow rather than trying to control the flow. Because when you try to control it too much, it kind of throws things off, right? Because it's not in God's flow. It's not in divine time. When you tap into your high heart and not listen to your brain so much, you kind of find a balance with yourself. So tap into that, feel into that, and roll with it. Okay. Just roll with it. All right. So I think Jill was first. So I'm going to jump on Jill Sheen. Thank you for your donation, Jill. I'm going to write your name here and see what you got going on today because they want me writing names still. All right, Jill. Jill, I feel like you have a decision to make. I feel like you have, they're telling me there's a decision. You can go left or you can go right. There's like a split, okay? So you've hit a fork in the road and there's this decision that you have to come up with. They want you to sit with yourself. They want you to honor yourself. They want you to clear your mind. And they're almost showing me like in meditation because I feel like it's been weighing heavily on your head a little bit or on your mind. So they're saying to release that and feel into it. So it leads you down that road very easily. Okay. But they're wanting you to trust yourself. They're wanting you to trust yourself, Jill, and learn from this. Learn from this. They're saying learn from this. So I'm going to leave that with you, Jill. Thank you, honey, for that donation. You're super awesome. And next is Richard with his $3 super sticker. All right, Richard, let's write your name and see what I get for you today. All right, Richard. Richard, you're making a new name for yourself. You are setting things up in a different way. I'm not sure what that means for you in this moment, but it's funny because when I wrote the R on your name, it's very pretty. It's very pretty. I'll just tell you that. But it's also like you're setting up you're setting things up. So things are getting ready to change for you. You are going through the steps that you need to go to get where you want to find your joy, and also helping others. Okay. So they're saying it's also about helping others. So just keep going, Richard. Just keep going and have trust and faith in yourself. And you've got this. Okay. So I'm going to leave that with you, my friend. All right, you guys are awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, my next one seems like it's a Venmo. I just heard that come through. Barbara. Woo-hoo. Barbara. I love Barbara. All right. Barbara, let's write your name and see what I get for you today. Ooh, Barbara. Barbara, you are stepping up. You are stepping up. It's funny because we keep talking about steps. March is about steps. So you are getting ready to change, right? There's a change coming, and they're showing me it's like, across the states. But there's also this a new connection that's coming for you. There's going to be a new connection that's coming for you. And it's like, I feel like it's a relationship, but I feel like it's on the other side. So there's a new relationship that's coming to you, but it's also about understanding and about balance. Okay. Because you are going to find balance. That's what you've been looking for, is your true balance, right? Because I feel like you've been on a balance beam a little bit and trying to just weigh it out a little bit. But now they're showing me that you are going to find beautiful, beautiful balance. So enjoy that, my friend. Balance. So cute. I see you watching on this little balance beam. It's very cute. Barbara, they're super excited for you, and they're exclamating, pointing that. Okay, so Barbara, woo, you've got things going on. So I'm going to leave that with you, my friend. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. All right. And then I also want to give Marsha a message, because I think she's watching over on Rumble. And she did ask me for a message earlier because she wasn't sure if she would be able to comment over there, because I don't know if how she's watching over there. But Marsha, if you're listening, I'm going to tap in for you now and see what's going on in your world. All right, Marsha. All right, Marsha, you are just making a little whirlwind. You're here, there, and everywhere. Bing, 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 bing. You remind me of a little pinball machine right now. You're staying very busy, very active. You're spending time here, there, everywhere, right? It's like it's almost like I'm trying to play pin the tail on donkey too. I'm like, where does she land? Where does she land? Because you keep moving, which is not a bad thing. This is a good thing because you like to stay busy, but this is also leading you to new opportunities. Okay. This is opening up new doors for you. So they just want you to be aware of the new doors that will be opening in front of you. And you have no fear. So you'll just be walking through them, and it's going to be easy as pie. So just enjoy the ride, Marsha. So I'm going to leave that with you. All right. So let's see who else is out here this evening. All right. Hello, Carol. So glad you could be here this evening as well. Woo-hoo. Jill Gina says, I wonder what the decision. I don't know. They just show me the fork in the road in the decisions. So that's up to you, my friend. Valley Simmons says, hello, sunshine sisters and brothers. Well, hello, Valley. So glad you could be here. And Richard says, thank you very much, Melissa. You're very, very welcome. I'm so glad I could be of service for you this evening. So with everything that's going on right now, a lot of people are going through a lot of purging right now. Okay. There's a lot of purging going on. So it's purging of feelings, purging of things that you may have going on in your body. You're releasing them so that you can be healthier, so you can be freer, so you have more mobility. I feel like a lot of people are changing up some routines in their lives. I feel like there's a lot of different things that are transpiring for a lot of you. So it's like, there's going to be some momentum picking up. So I just want you guys to know there's momentum picking up this year for all of you. Barbara says, thank you so much. Was feeling kind of down today, and now I'm smiling. Wonderful news. Love you too. Thank you, Barbara. I love you. And that balance for you is going to be beautiful. Okay. So don't be down. Everyone might be feeling a little bit emotional in a lot of different ways. I feel like a lot of emotions are coming up for people, and maybe they're coming up from the past. Maybe they're coming up from something that just happened recently. There's a lot of different emotions that are coming up. So you guys are working through them. I feel like all of this is just like, You guys are doing a lot of releasing right now. That's what I talk about, this purging, right? There's a lot of purging going on right now. So emotionally, physically, spiritually, whatever you have going on, I feel like you guys are letting go of a lot of stuff. Okay. A lot of stuff. He just keeps showing me a lot of stuff. And it's like, it's almost like, with the amount of heat that they're bringing in right now, as I'm talking about this, it's like there's this big bundle of, energy and emotions. And if I could see it as a big ball, I would have like a big ball of spaghetti string going on in this. So it would be all intertwined. So this is kind of collective. This is a collective feeling that I feel like I'm feeling for everybody. So you may be feeling it for others. You may be feeling it for yourself. And let's just give it all to God, right? Because we don't need it in our bodies anymore. And we don't need to feel other people's stuff. So again, there's a lot of empaths that are out there. So if you guys are picking up on other people's stuff, one of the things I like to do is I say, I clear myself from anything that does not belong to me right now, this minute, whatever command you want to give it, release it, and it's gone. You have to remember that you're always in control. You forget that, and we have free will here. So you can tell your body what you need it to do energetically, physically, emotionally, whatever you need to start talking to your body. You need to have a relationship with your body. You need to have a relationship with your cells in your body, because the more you talk positive to your body and the things that you want in it and the things that you believe about your body actually start to take place. The words and the actions that you use against yourself and things out in the world actually take place. They have a lot of power. So when you say you dislike something or something hurts and sometimes you are actually giving that more power. So they want you to be cautious and conscious of the words that you're using for the things that you talk about. Okay, so be open to using new words, be open to using positive words, because really for us to move forward, we have to be more positive about things, about ourselves, the things we want our bodies to do, the things that we want to happen and transpire in our lives. So it's all about being happy, okay, and creating those with your words, because words have intentions and words have power, okay? We forget that. And if you think about it, you think about how much words have power. Think back to maybe when you were a kid or you heard somebody else yelling at another, maybe a young child, and then they just broke down and started crying. Those words actually really hurt and damaged that child in that moment, right? So we don't want to be doing that anymore. We want to have a way of communicating so that it's not so degrading, that you were actually having, human conversations with, respect for each other, because somewhere along the lines, a lot of that got lost. But I feel like we're regaining that again, right? We're going through a remembering of who we really are, the remembering of who we would like to be, who we would like to create ourselves into. This is important as we move forward, okay? There's going to be a lot of things that shift and change that help us along that path, right? Whether it's something that happened this morning, this evening, something that's said during the show. It could have been something that you heard from yesterday. It wouldn't matter, so it's just like there's a lot of things that are going to start falling into place for you when you start listening to yourself and you listen to your higher self, right? Your connection to God. What's your connection to God? And to have that connection to God, you don't have to go into church. You can sit there and pray in your living room. You can sit there and talk to him in your car. You can sit there and talk to him when you're at the beach. You can talk to him while you're working out. You can have these conversations any place you desire, okay? No one can tell you what it is that you believe about that. You have to trust. What does it feel like? What does that truth feel like to you? What it feels like your reality, okay? They want you to create that, okay? So just feel into that, you guys. Just feel into that. All right, let's see who else is here this evening. Well, hello, Jackie. So glad you could be here as well. Linnell is in the house. Wow, that was the craziest log on ever. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Well, all right, that happens. There's a lot of things that are, where do they want me to go with this? Okay, so as we move forward, right, because we're getting ready to move into spring, right? Sunday is spring, you guys. Can you believe it? Wow, it's here already. Okay, so all the things that you've been thinking about, the thoughts that you've been planting, right, are going to start to come into fruition coming into spring. Okay, there's going to be a lot of things that are going to be blooming through the spring season. Okay. And these are all the things that you're wanting to create for yourself. These are things that you want to start, they just keep showing me like creating, just create whatever it is. If you want to plant a garden, get out there and do it. If you want to write a book, write a book. If you want to change your job, change your job. If you want to find that right relationship, get out your piece of paper and start writing down. Imagine what that would really look like for you. Who is the best partner for you in your life that you need in your life right now? Because as soon as you create it, God already has that person out there and leads them in front of you, right? If you're still looking for things that are superficial or don't bring you all that much joy, then you're still stuck in a pattern. So they want you to recognize the pattern. And it's funny, they keep messing with my throat a little bit tonight. So you guys, there's needs to be more speaking of truth. All right, you guys, more speaking of what your truth is, because it makes you feel better and it allows the other person to speak their own truth as well. And if they don't like how you react or you don't like how they react, it doesn't matter, but at least you spoke your truth. Okay. We have to keep doing that. Okay, it's very important because a lot of times we keep things all locked up inside of us and then we blow up like a bomb, right? Because we've been loading all this stuff on us. We've been loading all this information in us and we don't say anything. We just hold it. And then that holding on to it ends up somewhere in our bodies, right? The disease becomes the disease, whatever that is, right? That's why you have to have this talking relationship with your body and who your spirit is, right? Because we're really a human being having a spiritual experience, or a human being having a spiritual, however that works. We are combining the two of being a human and being a spiritual being, because we're much more than this human being, okay? So that's part of what we forgot in this lifetime. And now we're starting to connect the two again, and it's all going to start making more sense as we move forward, okay? Because each one of you are very, 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 very powerful beings, and you're going to start to recognize more of your powers as we move forward, whether it's the repeated numbers that keep showing up for you or whatever repeated message keeps showing up for you. It's going to keep showing up for you to show you something, okay? It's showing up so that you can do something different about it, or you learn about it, whatever it is that you need to do the next step, okay? The next step in your learning, the next step in what it is that brings you joy. These things are going to start to fall into place for you as you guys move forward and start to recognize some of these things. And the faster you choose to recognize them, the faster you go. But it's all in divine time. So it doesn't matter how fast you end up where you're going. Just know that if you're following in your heart, everything just kind of falls in front of you and it's beautiful. Okay. It's going to be beautiful. I just want you to know that there's going to be so much happening for you guys as we move forward. You have no idea. There's going to be so much more joy as we move forward, because you guys are finding first peace in your heart, and then you guys are going to find peace on the outside. Okay. You have to find peace within. So whatever that is that still triggers you into feeling anger, anxiety, whatever that emotion is that is less than joy and happiness, why does it keep coming up for you? And what does it keep you from doing? What does it keep you from doing? Okay, so just pay attention, okay? Just pay attention as we move forward. I think this is very important. Even the subtle things, there's no coincidences. So if you run into someone at the store, you are meant to run into them at the store. You know what I mean? If you keep seeing the same number over and over again, you're supposed to see that same number over and over again. If you keep hearing the same phrase, all of a sudden you have a conversation, and then all of a sudden it shows up in front of you on the computer or your phone or whatever it is. They want you to pay attention to all the synchronicities that are falling into place, because everything is happening for a reason, and those reasons are to awaken you to who you really are, okay? Because we are much stronger and much brighter and much wiser than we believe we are, okay? Each and every one of you have this ability. Every single one of you know how to tap into your higher selves. And each and every day you are learning a little bit more about that. As I learn more, you guys learn more. I know we are all learning more every day, because we remember exactly what we need to remember in the exact moment that we need to remember it, and not a moment before. Okay, because everyone has like all these little connections, right? It's like we make these connections. Oh, all of a sudden we make this connection over here, and that makes sense for something that happened over here. So you guys just pay attention to the breadcrumbs that you've picked up through your lifetime, put them all together. What does it look like to you? What does it feel like to you? What is the story telling you? What does it really mean to you? So I just want you guys to tap into that. So this is a great time for us to take a little break and tap in from hear a little word from my sponsor. Thank you, Feng Shui My Space, Marsha Morse. Thank you so much, so much for being a sponsor for my show. I appreciate you so much. You guys check it out. Awesome, you guys. I hope you guys check out Marsha at Feng Shui My Space. If you guys contact her, you give her a birthday, you give her all that cute little information, and she does her little calculations, and she'll tell you what you need to have in those special sections of your house that will help jazz up your life and add extra energy to where you need it, whether it's your love life, it's your career, all of the above. So definitely check out Marsha. Thank you, Marsha. All right, we have Carol next for dropping me a super sticker. And then it looks like I have Kelly and Amanda over on Venmo. Yay. Love you guys. Thank you guys for being here this evening. I super duper appreciate you guys. All right, so let's tap into Carol and see what's happening in Carol's life. Hello, Carol. Carol, let's write your name, see what they got going on for you today. Carol. Okay, so what I'm getting for you, Carol, is there are 3 things that you're working on right now. There are 3 things that are falling in line for you right now is what they're showing me. And I also feel like you're going on a trip. So I don't know where you're going, but I feel like you're going on a trip. You're working on 3 things, 3 different things, because I feel like I got my hands in 3 different things. And then I feel like I'm going on a trip. I almost feel like this is a trip in a car. Okay, so I feel like you're going to travel somewhere. You're going on a weekend trip, whatever it is, but you're going to have a good time. So they want you to break free. And if you don't have the trip planned already, they would like you to plan it because it's time for a few days off, just rest and relaxation, and just have fun with it. So you can sit back and kind of have a look at how everything looks from afar, if that makes sense. And then when you step into your old space, it feels different. It feels renewed. So they're wanting you to take a little vacation. So I'm going to leave that with you, Carol. All right. And then I have Kelly and Amanda over here on Venmo. Woo-woo. Thank you. All right. Yes, ma'am. Let's see. I'll do Kelly first. Kelly. All right, Kelly. So it's so funny because I feel like you're doing a life review right now. I feel like you're circling back about some things. There's some things that are going on, but this is helping you to unwind things. I don't know what this means for you, but even though you're circling back, they're showing me an unwinding. Okay. So there's things that are being untangled, whether it's relationships or there's something going on in that sector of your life, but things are being untwined. Okay. So things are going to make more sense. I feel like a lot of your energies are also being released as well. They're also showing me there's this new momentum coming for you. So I feel like you have this new energy. There's this new, it's almost funny because I feel like I put on this energy jumpsuit. I feel like I just jumped in an energy suit. Okay. So whatever it is, you have this renewed energy going on, Kelly. So this is going to help propel you forward and also help you make some changes that you have coming up because they're showing me like a maze, but you're going to get through the maze. That's like you know the way. You have to trust that you know the way. Okay. They want you to know the way, trust you know the way. So I'm going to leave that with you, Kelly. All right. And then Amanda. So glad you could join us this evening as well. Amanda. All right. Let's see what's shaking in Amanda's world today. All right. So Amanda, I feel like you also have 3 different things going on right now, or you have 3 different plates and they're full. Okay, so you have a lot that's going on right now, but it's not a bad thing because you know how to balance it all. And it kind of keeps you very active. I'm getting this, all this stuff keeps you very active, Amanda. This is a good thing, but they would like you to actually sit. You need to learn to meditate for yourself because you're getting messages about some changes that are going to be coming up. And they want you to trust yourself when these messages come in, and they're sending a lot of heat down with this stuff. So this is helping clear out some old stuff for you, but these are going to help you move forward. And it's so funny because I feel like I just went down this beautiful water slide and it was so easy, and I just splashed in this beautiful pools, and it was like a vacation, like an oasis. So just know you have to trust yourself as well as you move forward. But also those 3 plates actually get combined into 1 plate. So I don't know if you umbrella what all these things are that you have going on. But you have a beautiful idea about expansion, and they would like you to run with that. So I'm going to leave that with you, Amanda. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Awesome. I appreciate you guys so much. Woo-hoo. Carol says, I'm going on a 3-hour day trip tomorrow to pick up a vintage. Oh, look at you go. Ironette presser that I have wanted for a long time. Look at you go. Awesome. Because I knew you were going in a car somewhere. Good. You'll feel better when you come back to your house with this new product, this new old product, because it's new to you. So they're very excited about that. So yay. Good for you. That's awesome. 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 All right, you guys, what else would they like me to share with you guys? Because there's a lot of things that are going on and we're all shifting and changing. I keep saying that. And I know you guys keep feeling that as well. Okay. So there's all this energy, and it's so weird because when, I'm kind of weird anyways. Most of you know that about me now. I move energy and whatever I feel like I need to do. But anyways, yesterday I was on my way to my friend's house, and the energy, they were having me like move this energy, and then I was like pushing like these 3 buttons, it felt like, you know what I mean? It was like, and they had me do that like 3 times as I was going down this one street. So I don't know what's going on there, but all I know is I had to move energy around as I was there. And then, sometimes you feel like you have to move, in weird ways while you're standing in your living room or whatever. Just know that you are allowing the energy to flow. You're listening to your intuition. It may seem a little weird sometimes, you know what I mean? But it's really not, okay? It's really not. It's weird not to do it, okay? Let's put it that way. It's weird not to do it. So feel the energy, let it flow through you, and connect in with your higher self. Meditate, sit with nature. Put your hands in the dirt. Play with the dirt. Whatever it is that you need to do to ground yourself sometimes so you can slow your mind down, because we're such busy individuals. We go to work, we come home, we sleep, we go to work, we sleep, we go home, it becomes an endless pattern, right? But it's not a pattern of joy. It becomes a pattern of, we know it. We know it. You know what I mean? It becomes repetitive. So it's just becomes something we know. So moving forward, it needs to be created into something that you desire, not just something that we know or something that we have known. Because this is one of the things that we've noticed is changing as well, right? Even a lot of those corporate jobs back in the day, even just 2 years ago, now a lot of people are working from home. They don't need these big buildings anymore. They don't need all this overhead anymore. So there's different ways that you could be working. A lot of people want to work from home. They don't want to drive into an office. So maybe you find that right job that works for you doing that, right? So there's a lot of things that are going to be changing for you guys so that you guys get into more joyful places in your space, right? Wherever that space is, whether it's you want to work from home, or maybe you've had an idea that you want to become your own boss. Maybe you want to create your own job. There's a lot of people out there doing that now. I think there's more of that than anything else. So create it and they will come, right? But you have to believe that they will come too, because if you create something and you go, well, no one will ever buy it, well, then you've already put the words out there that you're sitting on a bunch of stuff that no one's ever going to buy. You're setting yourself up for failure then. So it's like, I will create it and they will come. Okay. I will create it and they will come, whatever it is. Whether you're doing jobs like this, or you're starting a cleaning business, or whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it is that you enjoy doing, then it's time for you to start doing it. Okay, so just get out there and start doing it. All right. Kelly says, thank you. We appreciate you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching from Texas. You guys are awesome. Where are you guys all from tonight? We got Texas and we got California. Where else we got out there today? Indiana, I think. I think. We got Florida. Who else was out there that I saw? Who else? All right. Valley says, any messages for me from my relatives on the other side, please? Well, let's see, Valley. Do you think any of your relatives want to step in? Oh, that's right. Richard's in Oklahoma. And we got Connecticut out there because that's where the producer is. Oh, I gotta love Connecticut. All right, so let's see. Valley. All right. I lost you there for a minute, Valley. You guys, before I get on Valley's message, all day today, literally, I'm having a hard time with this time thing. All day today, I kept thinking today was Saturday already. Okay, so I don't know what's going on with the whole time warp thing, timelines, what's going on. Even though we changed, the time to, all this light thing, daylight saving time, blah, 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 blah. But anyways, I can't keep track of the time. So it's very hard for me. And you guys may be feeling this as well, where time just kind of slips away from you. Like, what day is it? You feel like you've lost a whole other day. So time must be really moving along right now to move a lot of these things along. Okay. So whatever is working on the other side of whatever we have going on right now is definitely helping all of this move along. So that's why I'm like, get in the lazy river. Let's do this together. Excuse me, guys. We keep changing up the energy. We're doing this together, you guys. We are not doing this alone. We are doing this together. All right, Valley. Now I'm getting back to your message. All right, Valley. You are going through, look at you go. So, Val, you're going through these beautiful changes right now. They're showing me these beautiful flowers, okay? So, they're showing me these beautiful flowers. So, you're going through a lot of change right now. You're going through a lot of growth right now. Someone from the other side, and I think this is your mom. I think your mom liked flowers. So I feel like this is mom coming through because she's bringing me bunches of flowers. Okay, so your mom is bringing through all these flowers and she wants to give them to you. And she's saying that she's also showing me them in a bouquet. Okay, so not only are they in like pots, but she's showing me this bouquet. So this bouquet is like for... how do I describe this? Because there's all kinds of different flowers, right? I'm feeling like they're all these different flowers, but I feel like they represent something different along the way. Okay. So they just want you to be aware of all the different growth that you're going through, because each of these flowers did represent growth of some sort. Okay. And there's also where they're cut. You've gone through that growth and now you're starting a new cycle. Okay. So I guess this is your new cycle. Your mom wants to say you're going through a new cycle. So I'm going to leave that with you, Valley. All right. All right, my friends. Who else out there would like some messages tonight? We have about 15 minutes left before our evening ends this evening. This wonderful March 18th of 2022. Can you believe it? I'm still amazed by it. You guys have to ask for the message this evening. So you guys drop it in the chat if you're still out there and you would like to have a message this evening. I would be very, very happy to give you one. I like to help and assist people move forward so that they can go along the path and find their joy. As you can tell, that's what I do a lot of times. But since no one wants one yet, I'll talk about me for a minute. So you guys, a lot of things happen to each and every one of us as we move along, right? So this week, my attention was, I'm not even sure, but things happen to us, right? Whether we hurt ourselves, we, break our glasses or whatever might happen in our lives, right? They're also telling us, all right, slow down. What are we not looking at? They're wanting us to really look. They're showing me eyes, and they're showing us that we really need to look as we move forward. Look at things a little differently. Look at things from a different perspective. Don't take things at face value anymore. Feel into them more. Feel into them a lot more, okay? They're wanting you to just feel into it. They keep saying that. Feel into it. All right. Ruth would love a message. Well, fine, Ruth. I would love to give you a message. Let me write your name and see what Ruth has going on. Ruth. Oh, Ruth, you're getting ready to go somewhere leaps and bounds. Beep, ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doo. I feel like I'm a rabbit. Bing, ba, bing, ba, bing, ba, bing. So you are going to be very busy. There's going to be a lot of growth coming to you as we move forward because they're showing me these leaps and bounds. And there's 3 of them. So there's 3 leaps and bounds. So you're going to jump somewhere, you're going to hang out there, and then you're going to jump again. And then that's going to happen 2 more times. Or yeah, that's going to happen actually 4 more times. Okay. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. So it's going to happen 4 more times. So you have these things that are going to start happening to you for leaps and bounds. So they want you to have the springs, right? Because it's so funny. I almost see these spring shoes, right? It's like bing, 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 like a pogo stick, you know what I mean? But springs on your feet and having the balance to be able to do that. So they're showing me that's going to be beautiful for you as you move forward. So check that out. Awesome. Yeah, check out my Spreadshirt shop. And you guys, there's free shipping until March 22nd. So there you go. Check that out. Linnell says she would love a message. Sure, Linnell. Let's see what's happening in Linnell's world. All right, Linnell. I feel like you are still getting set up. You are still getting organized. You are still putting things together. It's almost like they're showing me it's so funny, but they're almost showing me what I just drew. They're showing me you are putting together a fence. And this is the best way for me to describe it because there's the slats, but there's also the sides. But this is not a fence to keep people out, but this is a fence to filter. If that makes sense. So this fence is to filter. So I don't know what you're filtering. I don't know if you're filtering the people that are in your life or you're going to be filtering the people in your life, but there's definitely some people that you're letting go of, I feel like, that are of lower energy. So I feel like this is a filter fence is what it is. So it's only the good is allowed in and all the rest has to seep back out, right? It's not allowed in. It gets stuck in the filter. So just know that you are releasing a lot and you are gaining a lot of control. And there's a lot of energy coming to you tonight, Linnell. So they just want you to be aware of that. So clear, and keep organizing because you're putting everything in a certain spot for the energy flow and you're going to get into a new flow yourself. So enjoy that as we move forward. Linnell, you guys are awesome. All right, Jackie, I would love to give you a message. All right, Jackie. Let's write your name, Jackie. All right, Jackie. So there are some changes coming from you if you are not already in the middle of them, Jackie. And I feel like this is going to change things for you. But this is going to be good change for you. You're a little confused by it, but you need to let go of the confusion that's attached to it, whatever that is for you, because it's all going to be all right. Everything's going to fall into place. It all has its own flow. You just need to honor yourself a little more. And there's also a new change coming, but besides the one that's I just talked about, there's also a new one. There's a new connection that's coming together for you, and it's going to be very fun for you. So they're saying there's going to be more joy coming for you because I feel like I'm almost grabbing it out of the sky for you. So they just want you to feel that coming forward for you. And watch your words. They're going to use this for you. Watch your words about what you're putting out there and what you would like to create in your life because you are the master creator of what comes next. So think positively, my friend, as you move forward. So I'll leave that with you. Hello, Sam. Sam's my next super sticker. All right. It says, I would love a message from my ancestors. Thank you, Melissa. Well, let's see if we can just tap right into your ancestors, Sam. Let's see what we got going on. Samir. Wow, how far do you want me to go back, Samir? Darn. All right, we're going back 15 generations. Is that far enough for you? All right, Samir. So when I go back 15 generations, I get a lot of heat and energy, but I also get a lot of so I don't know when that was, but anyways, 15 generations. So there's this, I don't even know what this is. Samir, where did you take me? Let's see. All right, Samir. So, all right. So they're bringing forth a message. They don't want me to try to describe what I'm seeing because I don't have the words for it. But they're bringing through a lot of different information, a lot of symbols for you. They want you to recognize them. And I feel like you're supposed to be writing them if you're not already. There's something that's inside of you that you need to unlock that is going to help you explain things in a different manner, bring things to light, unlock some truth that you will only understand. Okay. So I want you to tap into that. It almost feels like it's either some kind of symbols, light language. I don't know. I don't know how the language is written back in that day, but it's different. Okay. It's different. So I just want you to tap into that and see what that comes forward for you. So I hope you enjoy that, Sam. I'll try my best to describe what I saw, but I don't even know. I have no words. So you have to close your eyes and you have to feel into what that is. And a lot of you out there that can tap into these energies and stuff like that, you may actually be able to see the stuff that I talk about that have no words, right? It's like, what was that? How do you even describe something like that when we have not seen that in human space, if that makes sense? So he laughs. 15, laugh out loud. Yes, that's what I did. I wrote 15. There's 15 lines there. You wanted to go back to some ancestors. We went back. You have a lot of dreams connected to your ancestors as well, Samir. So I just want to bring that forward. So they want you to pay attention to your dreams. Having a dream diary next to your bed will also be helpful for you moving forward. It really will unlock some things for you. And you're supposed to be having conversations. I don't know if there's a lot of people that are still a lot older than you, like a lot of your parents or your aunts or uncles, but I feel like you're supposed to be having some conversations with them. I feel like there's going to be some kind of family gathering of sorts, like a celebration. So just enjoy that as we move forward, Sam. All right. Whoop-wee. All right. Valley says, wow, Samir, nice message. Yes, it is. You're welcome. I'm so glad that you guys could join this evening and be a part of this energy, be a part of this time, be a part of everything that we have going on right now. You guys, everything that, again, I can't say this enough, everything that you've gone through, every hardship, every lesson that you've learned in this lifetime has brought you to this space today. Okay, so you can be the creator of your own space. Okay, you can be the creator of your own space. My energy is up today. If you don't mind me considering you for a reading, my love. All right, we need to get rid of this Kennery readers on Facebook. They're trolling my peoples. It's so funny because I see this. I can use this as an example now because just today, literally hours before my show, I go, you know what? There haven't been any trolls on Facebook, going at my readers or whatever, or my people that are watching, right? Trying to suck you in for another read or for whatever reason, or trying to sell you some magic potion. See, I thought about it and it happened tonight. It's been weeks, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So again, this only reiterates, pay attention to the things that we think about. If we think that we've put out something that is negative, let's turn it around to a positive. Okay. Let's turn that around. So let's just turn it around. Let's make it a positive. We can turn anything into a positive. We really can. Maybe not in that very moment, but sometimes we have time that we can start to recognize it so we can step out of that. Okay. So I want you guys to be aware of that as we move forward. Okay. So anybody else out there want a message before we get ready to wrap up this week? If you have a specific question or anything like that, I'd love to know what it is. If not, then I could just give you a general reading if that's how we want to wrap out the evening. But there's going to be a lot of things. I'm telling you right now, the rest of March is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be very interesting. Spring only starts in 2 more days. Okay, it starts on Sunday. We got our spring equinox. So you guys, there's going to be a lot of joy. There's going to be a lot of happiness because everyone gets happy when it's becomes springtime, right? All the things start blooming. The grass starts turning green. The clouds stay out of the sky as much. We don't have that grayness, whatever it is. And wherever you are, you don't have snow. You start to have new life, right? Spring is about renewal, right? Your renewal of your soul, your renewal of your life, the renewal of our communities, the renewal of everything that we have coming forward, because each and every one of you are helping create that magical place that we're creating together, right? Because we knew before 2020 that we wanted things to change, right? We were all, this isn't working. We want things to change. We want this to change. We complained about everything, right? And now we have a chance to change everything, because as all those structures fall, right? Because all those structures are changing and shifting, and we're starting to see the truth as it starts to fall, right? Things that we didn't recognize maybe, but now we're starting to recognize it. So just know that all of this is happening for you to be able to make your life a better life as we move forward. But it has to start here. It has to start here. So if you notice that you're saying the wrong words, change them. Change them to a positive. Create the happiness. Create the joy for yourself. Only you can do that for yourself. No one else can put that joy in your life. If you don't feel joy here, no person in your life can create that joy for you. That's an outside force. Again, no one's in your shoes. No one fits in those shoes. You fit in those shoes. So what are you doing to make yourself happy? And then what is that person that you're in a relationship doing to make themselves happy? Because if they're not doing it, then they're not always going to be the best person to be around either, because they're not feeling their joy. They're going to be grunting and groaning about something. So what is it that needs to change in our lives to make us happier? What is it that we need to have shift in our lives so that we create more joy for ourselves? Is it more money? Is it happiness? Is it love? Is it community? What is it that's going to make you guys happy? We want you to strive for that. God wants you to strive for that. It was always the intention to strive for that. So now we have the ability to be able to do that again, because the old structures are falling. So whatever barriers, whatever box we were stuck in, we get to think outside the box now as we move forward and create new, right? We're creating new. We're creating joy. We're creating happiness. We're doing it in our time, not in someone else's time, right? It's just like, I can use this show as an example, right? So say I couldn't choose what time I wanted to have my show or whatever. Say, it conflicted with whatever. I don't know. They're just saying it doesn't matter, because you are creating what you want, right? This works at the perfect time. For who? For all of us. And if it doesn't, then we change it. There's easily things that can be changed to go with the flow. Okay. But you have to honor yourself to be able to do those things. Step into your power. Speak your truth as we move forward. Super duper important to speak your truth, because a lot of us have never done it. Right? You think about me when I was a kid, I was the quiet one. I never said anything. I sat at the back of the class. I never talked. I never asked any questions. I was the observer. And now I'm a talker. You guys, I talk to, I slowed it down a little bit for you guys, but I feel like I'm a talker now because of all of my observations from my earlier life, right? I was the observer. I just paid attention to how everyone acted with everybody else. I always paid attention. I'm always the observer, no matter what's going on. So you guys, it's all about what you're going to start paying attention and about what you're going to start creating. I saw a lot of the structures that I didn't like, and now I see that we have a chance to be able to create some new ones together, because we can do this collectively. The more we work at this, doing this collectively, the happier we'll all become, right? And as I said earlier, the time is flying right now, so we're moving right through all of this. It's kind of like we're like in this little time warp and go, woo, we're going through it's almost like a wormhole, and we're all going through it while we're sitting in our own chairs and everything. And we're just kind of like cruising through. So awesome. So you guys, it's been an awesome hour. I've appreciated each and every one of you for being here, being a part of this energy, being a part of this time, being exactly who you are and exactly who you want to be, as you unfold, because a lot of you don't know who you are yet, you're still peeling off the layers, right? There's a lot of heavy layers that have been put on us in this lifetime. And now it's like to getting out of those layers to find out who we really are, what really makes us joyful. Sometimes we don't know. We've been stuck in the pattern so long, we don't know what our joys are, but we have to find what they are. You just try something new, try something creative, get outside the box, right? Get outside of the old thought patterns, get outside of the old patterns, period, and start some new patterns for yourself that bring you joy. Bring you joy. All right, you guys, I so hope you guys can join us again next week when we have another Joyful Findings show. I know the hour goes by super fast. I want to thank you guys so much for being a part of this show, being the amazing beings that you are, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Love you guys. See ya.
Share your appreciation to our show hosts by submitting a testimonial for your favorite Goldylocks Productions show.